Hey everyone, so this episode is the second half of our conversation about why we chose to relocate to Panama. If you'd like to hear the first half, head to season 1, episode 2, and you can hear the beginning of that conversation. But if you've already listened to that, then we pick up this conversation right where we left off in the last episode. I hope you enjoy hearing more about why we chose to relocate to the country of Panama. Bienvenidos, welcome, and thank you for joining us for Season 1, Episode 3 of the PanaFamilia Podcast with Eduardo and Nicole, where we discuss our experience relocating to and raising our 3 young children here in Panama, share our journey of building our new farm and home here in Central America, and let you know what we're learning along the way. We're glad you're here. Vámonos! I'm going to share a few reasons that were pretty important on choosing relocation as far as residency, realistic ways we could build a life somewhere else and buy property. So the immigration options here, there's multiple ways to gain residency here. They do have a pensionado visa, which wouldn't apply to us because we're not retiring. But many people do retire here for that reason. The option that we chose is the Friendly Nations visa, and it was actually a lot easier to get this visa just 2 years ago. So when I was researching it, I was like, oh, this is going to be easy. It was something you just had to put $10,000 in a Panamanian bank account, show the statement, on top of other important documents, but that was one of the financial requirements, and I was like, sweet, that'll be simple. Well, only 6 months before we came, it changed drastically.
Well, I think a lot of it was COVID happened, and there was just a larger influx of people moving over this past couple years, and so they started to make it a little bit more difficult.
Right, yeah. So now it's you have to own property with a value of at least $200,000 or open a CD that's at least a 3-year CD with $200,000. So for us, since our goal was to purchase property quickly after we got here, we weren't concerned about that. But for people who just want to come here and bounce around and rent and check it out, I'm not sure how that would work. There is a 6-month tourist visa. So when you get your stamp, when you come in, you have 6 months to be here as a tourist. And you could potentially leave, go to Costa Rica, go to Colombia, go back to the U.S., go visit some other country, and then come back and restart that. But they are kind of a little more stringent with their noticing that. People used to do that a lot in Costa Rica and Panama, but it's not as easy anymore. So we did need to jump on the ball with getting our property and jump on the ball with getting our immigration process started. You have to use a lawyer here. We got a good reference for a lawyer. Anyways, that was one of the reasons that we thought it would be easy to immigrate here. And like Eddie kind of mentioned already, is the availability of land and a lower price of that. Since we did want to buy land here and start a bigger farm here, that was a big deal to us. And being able to find a large piece of land with the beach within 20 minutes is our dream, and this location was just absolutely perfect for that. So we're just so grateful that we found this location. If you're looking in areas where there are already a lot of foreigners or already a lot of, it's closer to a bigger city, then it's gonna be more expensive. Yeah. But somewhere out here like us, even though we're only an hour away from a big city, is just the prices are just drastically different.
Yeah, it's because we weren't looking to come down here, buy an apartment, and just kind of hang out by the beach the rest of our lives. We were looking for a bigger farm to continue what we were doing down in
The
Turlock.
lifestyle we had there.
The towns are not by the beach. The towns are actually like at least 10 to 15 minutes away from the beach.
Yeah.
So like right now we live at the beach, and it's pretty nice because we can just walk there. But as far as everything else, you know, when we want to go to the store, take Judah to school,
go to the playground,
get pizza, whatever, we have to go to town.
We found that and people who live closer to town say this too, it's like cooler up there and there's less mosquitoes, which those two things have been very, well, the mosquitoes especially just killing us out
here. They know we're new blood, so they go after us.
So, and then we'll go up there and like be in town, and you'll get a mosquito here and there, but not as bad. And the few times we've walked our property, like 4 times now, I've never got bit once by a mosquito out there, and there's always like a nice breeze. I mean, we're not saying it's like a 20-degree drop off, but
it's
just fresher, and the breeze can get through, and so we're glad to be closer to town. We did look at a really, really cool piece of property in a different area of Panama that we liked, and that is that's like 3 hours from us now, but we said no to it because we feel like, because it's kind of like a community development, and they're like really trying hard to like bring foreign investment in there, and like they're putting a lot of money into it, and it's like a cool idea, but we just feel like
it wasn't what we wanted.
It's beautiful, but like in 10 years, if that place is like super busy, like we probably wouldn't want to be living there anymore.
We'd be in the same situation looking for another place to live.
And if you are looking for...
And that's where we saw our first snake too.
Oh, yeah.
That was the place.
Our first and only. Well, I guess we saw that little tiny one.
Yeah,
here,
but that was
a giant black snake. If you are looking for that, there are places like that here.
Yeah,
it's not
this
to
is
the point where you can't find that.
And that was the beauty of Panama. It was like, if you're looking for that, you could find that pretty easily. Mm-hmm. And if you're looking for what we're looking for, you could find that too.
Yeah. And there's another region up in the mountains where there's a lot of families, like younger families like us, that have moved, and they've kind of gone up towards the mountains, and they have like a homeschool co-op, and then there's another town where there's a lot of retirees.
Cooler weather.
So like there's lots of, I think you can find what you're looking for here if you want to come. Speaking of location, like the location of the country also was another reason we liked it, because it's not hard to get a direct flight here at least from California. And then to visit your family in Mexico, that's not hard. We can explore more of the Caribbean, like you just said. We can explore South America, which is something we want to do. We're kind of centrally located in obviously Central America.
It's the last country in Central America. Like Nicole said, there's direct flights to California, to San Francisco and LA. There's direct flights to basically all the major cities in the Americas. You know, San Francisco and LA, we can be there 7 hours to San Francisco, you know, basically home.
6.5 to LA.
6 hours to LA.
Which is
we're not that far. Like, when you come down here, it's weird. Like, you realize how close you are to Florida. But it's nice just to get, especially if you have kids, just to get on the plane overnight and just
suck it up
and go. What I've learned is like, the more chances you get out of the plane, the more chances everyone has to screw up and miss a flight or lose a bag or something like that.
Have a meltdown.
Because traveling at the airports has not been fun.
No,
it feels like every single time it's getting more and more hectic. But
a few more reasons. We talked about this in the first episode, but the currency is $1 here, so that made it really easy to transition. And you can listen to the previous episode where we talk a little bit more about that. We're not having to worry about exchange rates and stuff. Stability and safety versus maybe some other countries in Latin America. And then they don't tax you on foreign earned income, which is pretty cool. If you're looking for like tax incentives to move somewhere, I would look into Panama, definitely.
It's a right-winger's paradise. No taxation
And
is
then,
theft.
I mean, for those of you who've never looked into it, like when you are not a resident of the United States and you're earning income through there, there's like you can make so much money outside of the United States and not get taxed on it if you don't live in the United States. That's different for state income, but federal income tax is different. So like you could potentially skip out on
Because you're not
taxes. Yeah.
So that was a big factor too.
Yeah. So if you're not,
well, not that big factor, but it was kind of like once we discovered, oh, that's kind of a perk.
Yeah, a perk.
Yeah, it wasn't like
yeah.
it wasn't even on our radar. Like tax
breaks isn't what we were looking for, but as you start researching, and that is why a lot of people will retire here, because you can get your pension from your other country and not pay taxes on it if it's under a certain amount. And then we'll probably wrap it up here in a couple minutes. I mean, a few of the other like factors were just like we were looking for like a beautiful place, somewhere that was lush and green and still had like wild places and had access to like clean living water, and we could find a land with creeks, and we wanted to simplify life a bit, not have to work as much, be able to make an income off of our own farm versus like working outside of the farm, plus having a farm. That's a lot of work. And we really love to, go on adventures and travel. And like we kind of just said, like we have a lot of options down here to do that, whether it's in Panama specifically or countries around Panama. This place is just teeming with, and we did this in California too. I mean, we would travel a lot in California and go and show the kids all the different beautiful national parks, and even the smallest things like going just to the river or something there. We took advantage of it there, and we want to take advantage of it here also. It's not like we had to leave to see beauty, but specifically in the town we were living in, there wasn't much natural beauty or wild living things left. And every Sunday we kind of go explore a little bit, and we're staying right now a little closer to home
just because our dog
our dog and like money. I mean, we can't just take a vacation every weekend.
Can't leave her by herself.
But yeah, we've got Cosmo here.
Nicole's research like at the house. Nicole does all the legal stuff with the property, all the stuff going on in Panama, basically all the important stuff, and I'm the one I put myself in charge of like, oh, hey, we should go to Uruguay, or we should go to Colombia, or we should go to Peru, or, oh, look, hey, Chile looks cool. Like, it can be cooler weather, kind of reminds me of Santa Cruz.
I'm like, we just got here, and you're already like ready to like go check another country out. But I do get it, and then we're closer now, so it's
but like
easier.
a lot of the reason why it goes through my head is because like it just seems like it's right there.
Yeah,
and
islands too, which we haven't really visited.
Yeah, well, that was one of the first time we came to visit. We did an island trip, and we like it's kind of one of the reasons why we came down here. It was like one of the best days of our life as a family. It was like we got on a boat. I took my surfboard. It was the kids. We got taken out to this island, and I went surfing. The kids went surfing. They were playing on the beach, sat in the shade. Yeah. We were drinking beers, and
Rodrigo cut open coconuts.
Our boat guy, was cutting coconuts for us, and it was like, man, like we can live here.
There's no one there except like the few people that lived there on the island.
Yeah, and
just gorgeous.
And we haven't done that since we got here, just because we've been so busy. I do want to explore more of the city, Panama City. Sounds a little hectic, but I do want to do that.
Mm-hmm. It's cool there. I mean, it's a clean city, which was nice to see, and it's cool that it's just right on the beach, and kind of like San Francisco, like as it's close to the water, but a different feeling. Doesn't feel as big and overwhelming.
Yeah, and then it's a big melting pot of people just because of the canal. There's just so much different cultures there. So like if we want to get some different taste buds in our life, we can go there to try some different foods. Mm-hmm. So the time we were there, we had, Jewish bagels.
Yeah. We went to a Jewish bakery.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And there's a big community of Chinese people there that, Nicole doesn't like Chinese food, but I like Chinese food.
Okay.
But yeah, just stuff like that. So yeah, no, it's a cool country.
yeah, we're excited to keep learning about it, and we haven't regretted coming here once, and it's just, we just feel like it's going to be just a beautiful place to grow our new farm and to raise our boys. The options for them are endless, as far as like just having stuff to do outside and exploring and learning how to fish and how to build and how to start fires and all this kind of stuff that like we'll be able to just do right on our land without even having to leave sometimes. So that's very important to us, and we're excited to watch them grow up here and to grow as a married couple and as individuals. And I'm excited to continue learning Spanish and integrating more in and just working hard on that. Yeah, I think that's all we have for today.
I think that's it. Yeah. That's pretty good.
Thanks so much for listening. We hope you enjoyed this episode, and we'll see you next time on the PanaFamilia Podcast.